Hello everyone and welcome to my review of 2000 AD issue 2201, 2201, however you want to pronounce it, or PROG 2201 I should say, which is what I hold here in my hands. This is this week's issue. I know it's in reverse there, but I mean, what a great cover that is. I love it. It is by, I can't remember the artist's name, I'm just going to check inside. It is by Tiernan Trevelyan, I think I've pronounced that correctly. Bits for the Constanta uh, story. So you've got a lot of cool imagery there that I really like, and that's a pretty striking cover already, so I like it. So I've just read through it, going through it one story at a time. This is the all mostly new stories that started in the last issue, which was the big relaunch issue. Starting with Judge Dredd, as always. I know I said last week, if anyone watched last week's one, about Boo Cook's art not really agreeing with me for Dredd, and that's not a problem because I like Boo Cook a lot, but it's grown on me now with this story. This is only the second part, but just again, I'll try and avoid spoilers specifically if you haven't read it yet. But if you want to go in completely fresh, don't watch this until you've read it. Um, I'll try and avoid things anyway, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't say strictly no spoilers, but I mean this image of Dredd here is really, really nice, and that really kind of went maybe actually, yeah, I really do like Bukak on Dredd. The story's shaping up to be really interesting. I really like it. Dredd's not the focal point, which is cool because he's just had a big story, but you know, he pops up. Um, yeah, moving on to the next issue. Next story, sorry, which is Stickleback, and again Ian Edgington Disraeli, and I really, really like this art as well. I think mostly with this issue in general, I really like the artwork, and I love the black and white and how stylish it is. I've always liked Disraeli's art. Again, like I said before, this story I'm not too familiar with. This is my first time reading it, but I'm liking it so far. I'm interested to see where it goes. It's a bit out there and a bit wacky, but that's kind of what you expect from this creative pairing. Next one is Skip Tracer, which I'm not really that big a fan of, to be quite honest, and no real reason. It just doesn't click with me. I read the most recent Skip Tracer story, and I think I missed the early parts of it, and I didn't really follow it. It didn't really work for me. Like I said, the art's nice. Like there's some cool design on this little robot guy here, and there's a pretty cool little dynamic scene with him and what's his name? Nolan, is it Nolan Blake? Skip Tracer's character. Um, yeah, that's it. That's him. Skip Tracer, Nolan Blake. But yeah, I mean, I'll carry on giving it a go. It's only the second part. It's not quite got me yet, but like I say, a pretty cool little fight scene and that quite nice. So, um, moving on to the next story. Let me just turn the page here. We've got, as I mentioned just now, the cover story, which is Fiends of the Eastern Front Constanta, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I remember reading Fiends of the Eastern Front, like the original one from, I don't know where it's from, is it 70s, 80s? Like early days. Obviously, I wasn't alive then, but I read like the reprint of it that came with a magazine about 20 years ago, and I really like that story. I like the World War One setting. Of it, and this is I think I've missed part of it here, but this is the beginning of a new story. I think this is by Ian Edgington again and Tiernan Trevelyan, the cover artist, and I really like that artwork. It's very, very nice stylistically. But like I say, I missed a bit of it, but I don't think I think I missed another story. I mean, not this story, so I don't think I quite follow it yet. But I'm interested to see where it goes. It's obviously setting up for the Captain Constanta's origin, so a big one to keep an eye on. And finally, again, another one I'm a bit mixed on is Hookjaw, which is the old Action Comics character, the shark with a hook in its mouth. And I'm not quite following this one just yet, but I'm going to see how it goes. I really like the art style again. Yeah, this story just seemed to start off in one place and go somewhere completely different. And I felt like it was a little bit disconnected there. But again, not saying that in a bad way. I'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a story about a big shark, and there's no big shark in this one, so it loses points for me on that. But no, it's setting up. I feel like this is going to be like a, I don't know, 8 to 10 part or maybe something like that. So I'm interested to see where it goes. There's some nice little bit of gory action stuff at the end there, but yeah. It was a good issue, I thought. After last week's sort of big relaunch, it was kind of setting in the stories that they started last week, which I think is interesting. And they're all kind of, like I say, a few of them I'm a little bit not sure yet, but I mean, I'll give them all a go. The Dredd story I'm very interested in. I think that'll be enough to carry my interest for now. But yeah, good stuff. Like I say, not an amazing issue, but nothing wrong with it. I'm interested to see where the story's going. That's the main thing. Really loving all the art on all the stories at the moment, in particular. Yeah, it's cool. I'm going to hopefully read the magazine tomorrow, which I've only read a few of the stories in because it's quite a big one. The 30 magnificent years, and hopefully I'll do a review of this tomorrow. So if people want to check that out as well, there's lot more stories in here and a lot more to it. So that'll give me a bit more to talk about. But yeah, I'm going to make these a weekly thing. Be interested to see how all these stories develop. So please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. I mean, don't just be negative because no one needs it. Let's have a nice discussion about these things. But yeah, thank you very much. See you soon.